What's up, guys? Derek, moreplates.com. Today we are talking about the return of the king, Jeff Seid, or Jeff Seid. One of the two. I probably should have checked first. Lifetime Natural. Big move coming from this guy. He has never come out on camera in a long-form YouTube video and basically addressed the haters on his natural status, but he is finally doing it. This is one of the OGs of the industry, if you don't know who it is. I guess I don't blame you because the guy hasn't posted in like years. The guy's even worse than me, believe it or not, for not posting. So he basically popped off in, I don't know, like pre-Gymshark era even. He's like OG Christian Guzman, Matt Ogus, I was going to say Nick Strength and Power, but Nick Wright, I think is the actual channel I was thinking of, like the really old channels. Like this guy was back then one of the mainstay like faces of the industry from a not bodybuilder perspective, because the standards for that have always been like next level, but from like a natural aesthetics kind of achievable look. This guy was the pinnacle of fitness model essentially, and at the top of the game at like, I don't know, 16, 17 years old. It was crazy. I think he got his pro card at like 19 years old. In a few days, he makes a point to say. It is, I think, the youngest IFBB pro ever. And he's competed at the Olympia actually a few times too. And that's what kind of makes this even more of an interesting kind of debacle, is he actually just competed in a natural competition. So by natural competition, I mean he stepped on stage in a drug-tested federation, not in the IFBB. He has never competed in a drug-tested league as far as I know. And what I believe is the case is the IFBB can actually and will revoke your pro status if you go compete in like another organization while you're a IFBB pro. For Jeff though, it's like, you know, is he ever going to step on the Olympia stage for men's physique again? The standards are just insane now at this point, where these guys are bodybuilders pretty much. Whereas back when Jeff first started competing, it was actually like, you know, like a fitness model look. And it kind of grew over the years, and then when Jeff kind of stepped out of the limelight, it was kind of taking off in terms of, okay, now everyone's stepping on stage at like, you know, 220 shredded almost. Like it was crazy. Well, maybe not that heavy, but there's guys that are clearly over 200 pounds shredded to the bone and not that tall. You know, there's guys who are bodybuilder level physiques, or at least classic physique level physiques, that are competing with board shorts on, and it's pretty wild to see. So understandably so, Jeff probably isn't going to compete there anymore. But if he competed at the Olympia, everyone assumes that the guy used a little bit of the Sazul, because of course it's kind of hard to compete with, you know, the Sadiq Hadzovics of the world, the Jeremy Buendias, when you're not also willing to, you know, hit the old Sazul. So for him, it was just an assumption that he probably did at least to compete at that level. All but he denies it. But now he's not only just like being a fake natty, is what people think, but also he is literally taking away wins from actual natural competitors and going to compete in a natural league to prove to the haters that he's actually natural, and cheating everyone out of their opportunity to win a natural title. So like the way people are perceiving the situation is essentially that he, as a formerly enhanced athlete, went into a natural tested event, won it, and, you know, has essentially cheated his way to winning, plus is trying to use it as proof that he is natural. Not great. And that certainly wasn't his intention. He just thought, his stance is he's just lifetime natural as per the title, and he's just showing you what can be accomplished as a natural. So you can imagine what kind of a pickle this guy's in. And there's been some coverage of it. Nick Strength and Power talked about how Jeff competed, you know, the ethics discussion, and also how he's downsized, which is one of the main reasons people are giving him shit too, is because it's like, if you've downsized from when you were in the Olympia, why is that the case if you were actually natural this entire time?
All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power. I've got a very interesting one for you guys. Jeff Seid competed this past weekend in a natural organization called the INBA, where he competed as an amateur in this competition. Apparently the drug test results still aren't back, but it's important to note here that obviously Jeff was already an IFBB pro, likely taking gear, now competing as an amateur in an INBA competition. Now, this was, I believe, partially a charitable competition. It was called the Battle Against Cancer, the Diana Kakos Pro-Am International. And Jeff looks significantly downsized here from when he was an IFBB pro. I'm curious what you guys think about this in the comments below. So let me know and like and subscribe for more.
All right, so what a pickle. By the way, before we get into the actual deep dive on this, shout out to this guy's hairline. Holy fucking shit, this guy has held up well. I thought this guy would be bald by now based on his dad and his genetics, but dude, I don't think I've seen a better hairline on a guy in the fitness industry who's even like natural. Like, look at this shit. This is wild. This is like Norwood Zero, Ronald Reagan level territory. It's pretty wild to see. New haircut, bro. Come at me, Norwood Reaper. It is not happening. That's fucking crazy. I thought this guy would be like at least a Norwood 3 by now, but he pretty much looks the same as he did like 10 years ago. So kudos to his mom, I guess, or wherever he got his hair genetics from. Or he's just hitting the dutasteride, who knows. But at the end of the day, this guy competed, won, and has a message for the haters here. And we're going to get into it, as well as look at his physique progression, because Nick mentioned in his video that he's significantly downsized. But when you go look back at some of his old pictures, it's like, is that really the case?
Natural bodybuilding competition, and I'm going to explain why I entered a natural bodybuilding competition. So I think the most...
Is this the biggest neckline you have ever seen on a t-shirt in your life? Perhaps.
most obvious thing is because I'm a natural bodybuilder. So I haven't competed in 8 years. I wanted to come back. I wanted to hit the stage. And, you know, I look at the current state of bodybuilding, and I don't really want to comment on the trajectory of where it's going and my opinion of it. My opinion really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. I just want to explain why I'm doing what I'm doing. So I entered a bodybuilding competition. I wanted to come back to competing. I wanted to get on stage with my dad, and I also wanted to display my physique because, come on, I'm always training. I'm always in good shape. Throughout the years of, even though I wasn't competing, I've still been training hard, still been dieting hard, still been maintaining my physique, still looking fucking aesthetic. So I felt like, why not go compete, show what I got, and kind of want to make a fucking statement, you know what I mean? Do a bodybuilding competition, natural bodybuilding competition, and bring men's physique back to where I feel it should be at. So yeah, I went and entered a natural bodybuilding competition. It was tested. I got tested. I'm fucking natural. I'm seeing a lot of guys that are commenting like...
So it's funny because he sounds exactly the same as I remember too from when he used to make content. Because like, keep in mind, this is like, when I say old, like this guy, he's not old really, but he's been making content for like, I don't know, 14 years or something, or like 12 years or something. Maybe less, but he's been in the fitness industry for like as long as most people who are popular on the internet right now, I guess. And he is, sounds the same as the way he talked when he was like 18 years old. So anyway, he was drug tested. He's fucking natural. Fuck you. How many F-bombs are we going to get, brother?
Like, oh, but you did the Mr. Olympia 8 years ago. 3-time Olympian, by the way. Did Mr. Olympia 2013, 2014, 2016. So you guys are trying to say, or not everyone, you know, but I'm seeing a lot of people saying, well, you did the Mr. Olympia, you know, so you were so much bigger back then. You couldn't have been natural then. Okay, when I did, I'm gonna display my first Mr. Olympia competition right here, my posing routine, and then I'm gonna display my last competition that was a weekend ago. Okay, if you're comparing both these videos, I mean, does it really look like I'm that much smaller than I was back then?
No, I wouldn't say so.
I mean, come on, let's be obvious and let's be honest, guys. Back in that competition, I was 172 pounds. This recent bodybuilding competition, natural, tested bodybuilding competition, was 185 pounds. So that's over 10 pounds of solid muscle that I gained throughout those over 10 years since I fucking did that competition. And I mean, dude, if I was on fucking steroids, it's like, that's not very good gains because a lot of these guys, man, they do one off season, they gain 10 pounds in one fucking off season. So, I mean, it's been that long since I did that Mr. Olympia, the first one. I mean, even compared to my Stockholm Pro Physique to this recent competition, when I did the Mr. Olympia 2016, it's like...
Okay, so this is, I guess, the show he had to win in 2016 to qualify for the Olympia that year. I think this is the Olympia where he like hung it up and kind of like retired after. And where like the sizing up of athletes like really started to become apparent. And yeah, like I would say in these pictures, obviously this one, he has the lighting advantage by a mile. Way better lighting. It's like not even comparable. But I imagine if he was in similar lighting here, there would be, I don't know, like maybe he's bigger here, but it's kind of hard to tell with this. It's not apples to apples.
Like, dude, my physique really doesn't look much different. I mean, I'm definitely not fucking smaller. I don't know why I'm seeing people commenting saying that, oh, I'm so much smaller now. Come on, you guys. Like, I know people want to talk shit and all this, but let's be realistic. I'm fucking bigger now than I was back then. So
I don't know about that. So I decided I would do an old Natty or Not style, pull up the old pics and see what the progression is like. So this was him back when he was 12 years old. Obviously a genetic freak. Here's him at 13 years old. Here's him at 15, pretty yoked. Here's him wrestling 2010 at 15 years old, also looking pretty yoked. I remember this picture. What is this, like the Simply Shredded days? If you guys know Simply Shredded, then you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, I don't know how I could explain it other than it's like the pinnacle site to be featured on back then. But anyways, 17 years old, looked nuts. First YouTube video, I think. Sick pic with a fan in somewhere. Looking dialed, buddy. Here he is at Nationals. Ended up winning the overall out of 100 men. And interestingly, his interview after, he talks about how he's been competing for, like he's on like 8 competitions or something, and he's been working out for 8 years already.
Did about 9 shows, so
9.
hard work pays off.
I will tell you this, since the last time I saw you compete, which I think was last year at the USA,
Yes, it was.
you got a lot harder. So I don't know if you perfected the diet. Tell us a
Yeah.
little bit about what you've been up to.
Well, I've really just really been like hitting working out hard. You know, I've been working out 6 days a week, got the diet in check, and just getting serious about
Was
it.
it diet or was it just muscle maturity? I mean, because you are
You know,
pretty young.
I would say it was muscle maturity. I mean, I've been working out since I was 12 years old, so now I just turned 19, so that's 7 years behind my belt, and just slowly progressing.
Now,
So working out for 7 years at that point, and has won his pro card and then was going to go on to the Olympia. I think he competed at the 2013 Olympia, 2014, and then also 2016 when he retired essentially. And notably in this competition, like I don't think he looks smaller now than he does here when he turned pro. Nor do I think he looks smaller than he did at the Olympia in 2013, nor do I think he looks smaller than he did at the 2014 Olympia really. However, I do think the 2016 Olympia was a bit of a different story. That is where things kind of went to the next level, in my opinion, and the standards were certainly higher. But let's revert back to some of these progress pics, because some of them in the angles, you can see the difference in what lighting makes, what pump makes, because a lot of this at the end of the day, I feel like is a shockingly overlooked factor in this whole perception of body comp at the end of the day, especially for guys like under 190 pounds lean. You know, like a guy like Athlete X, for example, who looks yoked by any standard with his shirt off, but then if you put like him into natural lighting, no pump, walking around in clothing, he looks like and I certainly don't want this to come across like he looks small, that's not what I'm saying, but he looks much more like a regular, like fit dude who you would probably not think, oh, this guy takes steroids, you know? Like the accusations a lot of people get probably wouldn't get in real life when you're just coming across them. You'd be like, okay, well, that's believable. And then you see him in the gym under heavy downlighting with a pump, hydrated, vascular. It's warm in there. You're like, holy shit, this guy looks enhanced as hell. Obviously. I think a lot of people who haven't got to sub 10% body fat or have enough muscle, plus we're sub 10% body fat simultaneously, I don't think enough people could speak to what difference it makes to be like flat, depleted, in shit lighting versus ideal circumstances. Now, obviously, apples to apples, you know, I mentioned the competition, the Stockholm Pro physique versus his, you know, the one he just had. It's not necessarily apples to apples because of that very reason. But as you go through his progression, the only time I see things pick up to where I'm like, okay, you were bigger then for sure, was in 2016 to kind of hang with the big boys, in my opinion. So like 2013, I believe he's natural, probably. Or if he's doing something, it's small. Here he is in 2013, again, looking pretty much the same as he always has. Here he is 2013, where a lot of people will be like, oh, well, what'd you do? You're way bigger now. Here he is in 2014, yet looking quite similar to he did in 2013, maybe a little bit bigger, but nothing outside the scope of probably what you would think is conceivable to be natural still. Here he is in 2014 again, walking around, just super dialed muscle bellies, insane six-pack genetics, lean, aesthetic dude, weighs in like, you know, 170 something, 180 something, at like just shy of 6 feet or whatever he is. Like, this looks natural to me. I would not think at this point in 2014 he's unnatural. And if anything, it would be acutely around the competitions that he would have been cycling something at most, in my opinion, back then, based on what I've seen of his baseline versus where he got to. Now, as you keep going, 2015, 2015, 2015, we get closer to 20. Now, again, this is a great example. This is June. He is beside Callum Von Moger, who is mogging the shit out of him. But it's because this guy is a genetic freak himself and enhanced, obviously. But Jeff, a lot of people would be like, oh, well, much bigger here. Guy's enhanced. On cycle right now. But then, July 6th, it's like, okay, well, do you think he just lost 20 pounds of muscle? Like, please don't tell me that's what you think. I would assume most people would not think that's the case, but a shocking amount of people would be like, what happened? You fell apart, bro. It's like, no. Literally no difference. You just don't have a pump. You're not in the gym. You're not hydrated. You're not pumped. Like, whatever circumstances that are pretty apparent to be here are just not present when you're walking around every day and just taking a picture of a shirt on a whim in your fucking backyard. So I still think conceivably natural here. Here is where things start to pick up. So he has to compete at the Olympia against guys he has gotten smoked by 2 years in a row, essentially. He knows the size demands are higher than what he can achieve naturally, probably at this point. So he starts to prep for the competition. He starts to see a physique that really you haven't seen from Jeff before. Like, this is him in 2016, the Stockholm Pro that he referenced. Again, lighting makes a huge difference. This versus what he was showing on the screen, I would say he looks much bigger here than he did in the backstage photo he used as a comparison. Just goes to show the difference. Posing, lighting, all of that can make. This is like, what, like an hour out from that other picture? Here is him winning the Stockholm Pro, and then him after the Stockholm Pro. So would people say that he was enhanced here on May 8th and then May 11th he's not? You know, the difference natural lighting can make is very astounding. Like, he looks natural here, I would say. Still, though, doesn't mean he is, but I would say it's conceivably natural. So let's continue. Here's the picture that he mentioned compared to him on stage. So him here, him backstage. Him here, him backstage. Huge difference, right? Like, some people might think there's 10 pounds difference here, when in reality, it's like a trained eye would be able to discern, well, this is a horrible lit picture, you know? And now we're looking at September 11th, 2016. This is his prep for the biggest Olympia to date. This is the one that he has the best physique, I would say, to date overall. He's the biggest. He looked the best overall, and he still got smoked, unfortunately, for him, but it just goes to show when you look like this, like what the size requirements are now, or even back then, we're getting a little bit insane for him to be, you know, absolutely decimated the way he was. And I think that's where he kind of figured out it was time to hang it up. But here, this is the best we've seen him, and it certainly looks a cut above what he had previously. Here he is on stage, just much more mass in the lats, seemingly, like the chest. Everything is just, he looks like he's up 5-10 pounds of lean mass, probably. Here he is, stage photos, back, looking dialed from the front. Like, in general, when we've seen him really, really lean. He just kind of looks stringed out. Like here he is at the 2013 Olympia, 2014. Like it's not like this guy has a problem getting in shape. The guy is perpetually shredded out of his goddamn mind, essentially. But for him to look like this on stage, it's like, okay, this is not just you happen to shave another % off your body fat. Like you are clearly heavier with a significant amount more mass, seemingly. But then you also see this picture. Mr. Olympia judges weren't Myron the half vacuum pose. Does this look the same as this? Not really, you know? Like this, a lot of people would be like conceivably natural still. Maybe. You know, is the progression from here, from, you know, all of these like conceivably that enhanced looking? Tough call, man. I would say, in my perspective, he probably did something for this show in particular. He stood on stage and looked different than he ever had and hasn't achieved that look since, in my opinion, and hasn't actually at this show either. Now again, the lighting at this show fucking sucks in comparison. If he had the best lighting, would he have looked more like this on stage? Because I certainly think he looks bigger here than he does here. And I think the lighting isn't doing a disservice to him, which happens at a lot of pro shows. A lot of guys are like, why are these guys so fat? And it's like they're diced to their goddamn mind. You just can't tell because the lighting is so trash. And it sucks when there's not like the due diligence on... And you can't really tell if you're not there either. Like perhaps it's just because this is a shitty camera phone video. But there's a huge difference between like, you know, the 90s Grand Prix of IFBB open bodybuilding where you had Kevin Levrone looking like he's from another planet versus some of the shows that you've seen in the past 10 years where there's not even a hint of downlighting. It's like, how the fuck can we compare these? It's just not the same. So anyways, I do sort of understand where he's coming from, where he's like, why is everyone saying I'm so much smaller? Because I don't think he's that much smaller than basically all these other photos you've seen, with exception of maybe his prep for the 2016 Olympia and the 2016 Olympia itself. Like here he is, in my opinion, based on what I've seen, a cut above with a level of mass that probably couldn't be attributed to just lighting and circumstances. Because it's just different, you know? It just looks like there's more tissue added here. So, is he where he was at in the 2016 Olympia? You know, it's a tough call, man. But I would say, like, he's definitely, you know, maybe regressed a little bit. But is it within the realms of what you could conceive to be natural regression just by not being as regimented and dialed? He suggests that that's not the case, though, and he's as big as he's ever been. I'll let him continue. But my stance, at least as of now, is... he probably did something for the Olympia that he knew he probably had to even have a chance of placing well, and is conceivably natural for this natural show. Like they have a drug testing protocol in place that is not bulletproof, obviously, but it's a pretty damning hall of shame, which I thought was pretty wild to see. Basically, if you test positive, you're going to be featured on their wall showing exactly what you tested positive for too. Like Roland Martinez, probably not too thrilled with his decision to take TRT plus Winstrol plus Nandrolone plus fucking EQ. Holy shit, man. Like this guy was on the kitchen sink, seemingly. He had a T to EPT ratio at 39. Goddamn. So yeah, this guy was on sample, also screen positive, but was not confirmed for trend. Wow. Like, yeah, this guy's going to be shamed for eternity now because he tested positive at this show. So, like, how many people are going to have rigorous drug test protocols in place to actually circumvent this stuff for what is basically like a, I'm not going to say a nothing league because that would be rude, but like in contrast to the IFBB, like there's not like huge cash prizes at stake. This isn't professional sports. Like, how much are people going to be trying to fuck around and like get around the system with high level diligence and like very cutting edge tactics? I would say it's probably like scraping the barrel in terms of the way people are trying to circumvent the testing. That said, how rigorous is the randomized testing? It doesn't sound like it's that intensive, but it happens. So kudos to them. And they actually use the WADA banned substance panel of the whole thing as opposed to just some shitty list of anabolics and that's it. So kudos to them there as well. with that said, do I think that Jeff used stuff and, you know, like cheated the drug test in order to get away with this claim? Probably not. Probably not, but let's let him continue.
I mean, you can't really use that excuse for not being natural. Okay, what else we got? Throughout all the years, I mean, have I really ever had indicators of being on steroids? Never gotten gyno. I got nice, fresh nipples, bro. I never had to get fucking gyno surgery or anything like that. Never
to get fucking gyno surgery, bro. Don't fucking suggest I got fucking gyno surgery, you fuck.
I have really bad acne. I don't get overly fucking huge and small because, you know, when these guys come off cycle, they lose a lot of the size, obviously, you know what I mean? So my size has always been pretty constant. I know I did that big ass bulk a couple years ago, but look at when I had to shred, because I got kind of fat during that bulk. I had to shred all the fucking fat to get off. Dude, I lost most of the muscle. When these guys on gear, they shred, dude, they maintain all the muscle because they're on fucking steroids. They don't lose the muscles fast. So
have you guys seen that video with like the surfer guy talking to the news about surfing? And it's like the most stereotypical voice and speech patterns that you would expect of that exact guy. Like that's how I feel when I watch this. That's not a bad thing, by the way. It's just wild.
So when you're a natural bodybuilder and you fucking bulk up and you get a lot of size, you get kind of fat, you had to shred down. Unfortunately, you lose a lot of the muscle because you're a natural bodybuilder. It's tough to maintain all that muscle as you're shredding down. So, you know, it's like throughout the years, I've always constantly I've progressively gotten bigger, but it's been kind of a slow rate. I mean, that's one of the things you have to accept is about natural bodybuilder. Lifetime natural bodybuilder. I don't know why whenever I say I'm fucking natural, it triggers you guys so much. It's like, I mean, it's kind of funny to be honest. I'll throw up that in my captions because I know it's always gonna fucking get a little shitstorm going on. But I'm also seeing, you know, in bodybuilding community nowadays that it seems like everyone's trying to glorify steroids and make it seem like something that's so cool. Okay, you guys, it's like I'm seeing top level bodybuilders talking about their cycles, all the steroids that they're taking, fucking saying that they're taking Cialis before they go on stage. So it's like I'm in the Mr. Olympia going against guys on fucking Cialis. It's a fucking dick pill, bro. What the fuck? So
that's you probably should have taken it, dude. You were allowed to, you know. It's do what you can for some vasodilation. So, you know, it's actually not that weird. Like people do that all the time. But, anyways, so he's saying he hasn't lost any size, and he's actually bigger now than he's ever been. You know, it's I do think that some people are reading into how he looks on stage in bad lighting a little bit too much at certain angles and not realizing that like this is at the same time as this, and you know, this is days after this, you know, like it's very telling as to the disparity between what you see walking around on the street versus what's stepping on stage in fully peak condition. And when I look back at his history from start of the fitness content all the way up until like, I don't know, 2015 to 2016 Olympia time, his prep for the 2016 Olympia before that, you don't really see like stuff I would chalk up to, okay, this guy is absolutely saucing now for sure, unless you just can't conceive that somebody could have great muscle bellies and be like sub 190 shredded, which I think is a little bit of a stretch to not believe, personally. However, I do think that for somebody who was training for, you know, like 10 years, I guess at this point, to step on stage and look dramatically better than you ever have at previous Olympias, previous pro shows, with noticeably more size, whereas in previous years, you really didn't make that much of a jump year to year, I would say he was probably enhanced in 2016, at minimum. Who knows if he was, for sure. But this is a really interesting highlight of him stepping into the crossfire, essentially, of people debating about this shit in his comment section, when historically he's never touched it. He basically just pokes fun at it once in a while, makes captions about it, but he has never posted a near 20-minute video addressing it directly. So let's see what else he has to say.
it's like I just think about that. When I did all my competing, like when I got my pro card, I defeated a couple hundred other men. I'm a fucking teenager, youngest IFBB professional bodybuilder, fucking
Defeated. You fucking slayed them, bro.
19 years old. So also with that, it's like, so I got my pro status, like it was on June 15th. It was 3 days after my birthday. So if you want to beat that record, guys, you gotta fucking beat 19 years in 3 days. It doesn't matter if you're 19 years in 6 months. I'm sorry, bro, but you don't beat the record. So either you beat the record or you don't. I mean, come on. If you look at the Olympics and if you beat the record, you got to be like, they go by days, you know? Shit, come on. So I'm seeing a lot of guys.
That's funny. You hear that, fucking Anthony Mantello and Anton? You guys didn't fucking make the cut, according to Jeff.
Guys, you know, talking about steroids and they're trying to glorify it. And it's just like, you have to realize, and I also want to give this message out to a lot of these big bodybuilders that, dude, you guys got to realize that your words have power. And when you introduce this online and you're talking about this stuff, come on, these kids are impressionable. So you're recommending getting on fucking trend to a 15-year-old. These kids do it. They're fucking ruining their lives, you guys. Come on. You need to be a fucking role model, all right? Just because you're out there doing party drugs and you're fucking smoking weed, or if you're like taking steroids, come on. Don't fucking talk about it. I know you want to be so transparent to these kids, but dude, you're getting these kids on fucking steroids, all right?
Yeah, this is the double-edged sword of transparency, and I often, think about this stuff too. Is it's like, would it be better to be in secret, or is it better to be presenting education and harm reduction information for those who are going to be doing it anyways? I know for certain bodybuilders who are more educated, who are going to be doing it anyways, are going to live longer now because of understanding how this stuff works. I am certain about that. So I think that education piece is absolutely critical to be out there. However, when it becomes a, super transparent, let's glorify taking fucking research chemicals before the gym and talking about our stacks in a manner that is not just for transparency, it's to like glorify the use of enhancing drugs. That's a tough one, man, because that's like, you are very, very, like you're an influencer. This is like literally what Jeff's talking about is there are people on TikTok, people who are out there making videos that get a shit ton of views as influencers, influencing young people who look up to them and aspire to be like them and see them as role models, and basically you're going to emulate what they're doing, and oftentimes aren't going to have as good genetics as that person, because and this isn't always the case, but a lot of people in the fitness industry, oftentimes you end up doing things you're good at in life. So when somebody becomes a big fitness influencer, often it is because like you ended up, having a good physique and your genetics helped you to some extent, or your response to drugs was good and you also have a good physique, whatever it is. If they're doing this kind of stuff to, I don't know, like emphasize how sexy drugs are that got them to where they are, you can just imagine not only is the kid who would only need a fraction of what you need right now at your size to achieve any positive outcome, if he was even going to use to begin with, maybe get on way more shit than he should be. But then in addition to that, like the body dysmorphia from a guy on gear who is now addicted to the process of gaining supra amounts of tissue, like it's hard to not have that guy shorten his life, realistically. Like these are not healthy drugs at the end of the day. And that's not to say I certainly am not judging somebody who would want to be doing it, even if they're not competing. I always think that's a stupid cop-out when people are like, oh, you're an idiot if you use it if you don't compete. It's like, fuck off. Like, you probably would be on it too, otherwise. That's what a lot of people will do as a cop-out is, oh, I have such great genetics, so I can justify my drug use because I actually compete in bodybuilding shows. I don't think the gym rat who, wants to make better progress is a piece of shit for wanting to take care. Like, that's not the case. But there is a fine line behind, glorifying this stuff versus doing it to achieve personal goals, versus influencing the young guys who are younger than even you were when you started, and probably when you started recklessly too young as well, thinking they need to get on this shit right now in order to get the physique of their dreams, and fucking up the brain chemistry and hurting their organs, an unnecessary amount through lack of education, doing it at way too young of an age, etc. This is a pretty big problem, actually, in my opinion. I think there's a lot of kids who are getting on way too young and don't know nearly enough about it to justify it. And it's also contingent on the fact that the people who are glorifying it, like, actually are kind of uneducated themselves and will fuck themselves up to some extent as well. So it is a problem. I agree with Jeff here.
If you're going to talk about this, be a fucking leader, all right? Don't be just fucking recommending steroids and getting these kids on fucking cycles and they're fucking themselves up. I mean, they're fucking little kids. You guys are telling them to get on fucking gear, they're fucking up their hormone production. You're ruining their fucking lives. You're setting them up for failure, all right? So be a fucking leader, all right? That's why I want to fucking be an advocate for natural bodybuilding. I want to show you guys that, look, if you're a natural bodybuilder, why are you doing these leagues against guys that are on fucking steroids, all right? Duh, does it make fucking sense? I know you want the fucking glory. I know you want the fucking honor and everything. You don't need to do it. There are natural federations out there. You don't got to do these fucking steroid leagues. I mean, I almost feel like I wasted my time being a fucking teenager going against grown-ass men on steroids. It's just like, wow, yeah, and I was fucking beating them and shit, and I'm natural. It's like...
Defeating them, actually.
That's cool, guys. You guys got to realize that, look, if you want to take steroids, I don't give a fuck what you do with your life. If you want to be natural, I don't give a fuck what you want to do. Look, it's not cool to do one or the other, all right? We're bodybuilders. It just is. We are, all right? We like to build muscle. We like to train. We like to see ourselves, you know, improving over time. So it's like, we're all the same, man. Come on. We want to fucking lift. We want to train. We want to enjoy it. If you want to gain muscle fast as fuck, you want to have a more gradual process, it really doesn't matter, all right? We're doing the same shit. So let's not try to bring each other down, all right? We need to fucking bring each other up. So it's just, yeah, you want to be natural, go ahead. You want to fucking take steroids, I don't give a fuck, all right? I just did a competition. I was tested. This federation I do, they do blood tests, they do urine tests, they do polygraph tests. I'm like, come on, you guys. At the end of the day, I don't really give a fuck if you believe me or not, all right? I just wanted to come on here. I've been in this game since 2011. I've always talked about being natural. You know, there's plenty of posts of me talking about being natural. And, oh yeah, I want to mention one thing. Okay, if you want to come on my fucking page and talk about, oh, Jeff used to say that he was on steroids, it's like, come on, you guys. Don't come on my fucking page talking this bullshit. You know, this is fucking like defamation when you're spreading lies like that. I know, like, they're trying to say, oh, you know, there's one time on Facebook when Jeff talked about his cycles. Look, guys, I know what you're fucking talking about. It was a fucking Photoshop picture. You can go on my Facebook. You can look at the edit history. There's no edit history on this fucking picture. I got my grandma on there. I got my fucking parents, my family, friends and shit. Why the fuck would I be talking about that kind of shit? Be fucking realistic, all right? Don't believe everything you see on the internet, all right? It's... Come on, use some fucking common sense, all right, guys? So I want to get, you know, I just wanted to come on here and defend myself. Look, I'm a fucking lifetime natural bodybuilder, and I'm fucking proud of it, all right? I'll fucking outwork anyone in the fucking gym, whether you're on steroids, whether you're natural. I'm always going to be the hardest fucking worker in there. And if I'm not, you better fucking show up if we train together, all right? So I'm done defending myself. Believe it or not, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to stay fucking aesthetic. I'm going to keep doing my fucking thing. I'm going to keep living my life. I'm going to keep enjoying my life. I'm going to live it like I want to live it, all right? So we're going to get back to the video. We got the Return of the King, part 2, coming right up. Let's get it going. Glazed up, tanned up, time to rock, baby. Let's go.
If he wanted to do bulletproof drug testing, there's a way to do it, and it's through a WADA accredited lab via a either sporting body that is willing to coordinate, similar to what I did with Matt Does Fitness. By the way, WNBF, I believe it is, WNBF, stand-up league, helping to coordinate that. Like, that was a huge fucking pain in the ass. And not on me, on them to do, and they still did it. So this is possible to actually prove this stuff. It's just highly time-consuming, money-consuming, arduous. But if somebody really wanted to, and they're a rich fitness industry, speculated, unnatty guy, there is a way to do this with randomized testing. You put up a budget, you get a org that has WADA accredited lab access to actually test your urine. Also get concurrent blood testing to ensure that everything's covered from gonadotropins to things that could replicate gonadotropin signaling that would otherwise mask use. The whole gambit is covered, including, but not limited to, highly sensitive testing that is not even done at the Olympic level. This is possible at the end of the day if somebody really wanted to go and do it. But for him, do I think he's natural here at this competition? Yes. Do I think overall it's likely that he's a lifetime? Probably not. But I mean, who knows, man? At the end of the day, I do think this guy is an interesting case of insane genetics and conceivably, perhaps, you know, natural most of the time. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. All the comments help the algorithm. Like, subscribe, check out my blog, moreplatesmoredates.com. Follow me on Instagram at moreplatesmoredates. If you want to support me, you can check out anything I'm associated with in the video description below. Gorilla Mind, sports performance, Gorilla Mind energy drinks, cognitive enhancement, telemedicine through Merrick Health. Make sure you get your blood work, even if you're natural. This is something that I'm highly passionate about, is preventative medicine, especially for guys who are going to use gear. Like, holy shit. Absolute necessity, in my opinion, to get comprehensive labs done at least annually. Ideally, much more frequently, actually, if you're going to be blasting the shit out of the things. But for naturals, you know, just get like a one solid baseline when you're young and high vitality and quality of life, and you'll be very glad you have that data banked up in the future, in my opinion. So there's that. And then anything else I'm associated with, Intelligent Shop. Probably never even talked about it on this channel. Maybe I will at some point, but I'm getting a bit long-winded. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. Comments down below, and I'll talk to you guys soon.